Hey guys, my name's Levi, and this is Future-Farmers-of-Aklan. Today's a video in the day of the life of a farm technician. We're going to show you around the farm a little bit and show you what we do in the greenhouse when we're propagating mint. We'll see you at the end of the video. Here's my native birds foraging for some bugs and worms and grain diet. Now we just need to get some protein to add to that. Good serrated knife like this, and you just take the legs like this here off, or each time take the tip here and place it inside the water. Here's my native birds foraging for some bugs and worms and going through and turning soil. They're great cultivators, these chickens, and he's got quite a few hens that he runs with. Just brings them around, and when he finds food he'll let them know and they'll come running over. Just coming down here to feed chickens for the evening feed. We took this Sunday to spend time with Jay Ann's family up at their place. We typically spend time with my family on Sunday, but everybody's feeling a little sick in my family, so we postponed until next week. Here's our okra patch. Needs a little bit of weeding to be done, maybe a little bit of water, but probably by next Saturday we'll be harvesting okra out of it. And then here's our remainder of our broilers. They got really sick as of late, and we've been losing them about one a day. There's, I think, 6 in here now, but we got them in there with the native birds to be the buntai. Our greenhouse operation is almost ready for that one bed to be plumbed in. And then over here we have our bantam chickens. Say hi, bantam. Typically he says hi whenever I come over. We got them in their own spot, and now our greenhouse is almost out of harvestable crop. We'll do about one more load to Aklan this week to get rid of the larger ones in this bed. Yeah, we'll move on here to the chicken house. Go ahead and feed and collect eggs for my sister-in-law. Jay Ann's sister's heading back to college. Got our security system. We had a little boy borrowing eggs without permission, so we had to make a lock set up. Not really a lock, as you can see. I could get in from the outside pretty easily, but just something to deter people from coming in. Yeah, we already harvested eggs this morning, and it looks like they got a good bit of feed, but we're gonna go ahead and fill up their trays. Here we got our youngest chicks, Rhode Island Red and Australorp, and some DeKalbs. And then we got the older group down here. They're over a month old now, and then a bunch of Rhode Island Red Australorps up here in this pen as well. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and open up this sack of feed. We're feeding them the Poultry Solutions from Pamilco. Layer 1 is what it's called. But yeah, it's our budget feed, and then we've started with a new variety of feed, but we're lacking a couple key nutrients before. But this is our new. Yeah, this is our new feed that we're starting to feed. It's a mix of grains. And cornmeal. Yeah, this is a really balanced grain diet. Now we just need to get some protein to add to that. But as you can see, they've got some already mixed in their feeds. So here's our Rhode Island redbirds. They're coming to say hi. They're the only ones that get to be cage free. They do the best job running around and cleaning up all the feeds that gets dropped by the other birds. But yeah, that's our chickens. We got our manure set up over here, and the pile of native chickens that run around. Here they come. Got quite a few black ones, lots of red ones, the silver one over there, and then we got mothers sitting on eggs everywhere. We got a red mother here sitting on eggs, and then a whitish brown mother here sitting on eggs, and then there's 4 inside the kubo over here. We'll show you them. I'm not sure if all 4 are sitting on eggs right now or not. Probably just 2 mothers while the other 2 run around. No, just the one mother. This is the one that's already in the broody stage. You'll see she'll get awfully aggressive. Yeah, she's sitting on at least 10 or 12 eggs in there. But yeah, that's the garden update for today. We got a lot of things to achieve this week. Get this area looking a lot more fruitful and start planting other things in the area, not just okra, but and get the greenhouse. We'll pull the plastic probably this week. We're about ready for all of our workers are out of work and need something to do, and the wind's about perfect today, but my dad's not feeling well, so maybe tomorrow we'll be pulling plastic. So we're gonna go ahead and feed these birds. They're pretty well fed, but you always want to keep plenty of feed in front of the birds in order to make sure they have adequate feed to produce the largest eggs possible. We produce some of the largest eggs in the area, averaging jumbo and extra large sized eggs. People have really gotten in the habit of getting jumbo eggs from us, so we've got to continue to feed the birds well enough so that they can produce jumbo sized eggs. Lots of people have been asking about free ranging these birds, which is a fantastic idea, aside from the fact that this kind of bird was designed to be a caged bird. And birds are social animals, and these chickens are social animals, so it helps if they have mates to talk with, and to create a pecking order so that they can be adequately happy with their lifestyle. We have a pile of native birds outside, as you've seen earlier. And the native birds are a lot more hardy animals, and it makes for birds that survive outside a lot better. The ones in here probably wouldn't make it a day or two outside. They'd get wet and not get under cover or get off the ground at night and get sick with diseases that the native birds are able to fend off. So, not to mention, whenever you let birds free range, they're going to need at least 20% greater intake to produce the same size eggs. You're probably never going to get a jumbo-sized egg out of a free-range bird. At least we haven't found anybody who's able to produce jumbo-sized eggs with free-range birds. But yeah, we take really good care of these birds, make sure that they're always clean and have adequate amount of water and feed. So they're living their best life, even though they aren't running around with complete freedom, which, like I said, would be detrimental to their health because they're just not overly intelligent birds. So we're here in the hydroponic greenhouse. We're going to take this spearmint, this peppermint, and make cuttings so that we can produce more plants. We bought one spearmint and one peppermint plant a year ago, just about the same size as these two, and have been able to harvest hundreds of plants by making cuttings. We'll show you how we do that. So we just take the plant and take a good serrated knife like this, and you just take the legs like this here off and dip it in the water for a couple days to produce a cutting. So yeah, you just take this, put the end inside the water, and within a couple days you'll have roots growing off of it. You just stick it in a gap like that, and in a matter of days it'll have roots, and we'll be able to start a new plant off of that. See if we can't get it to stand up so it gets the sun. Doesn't want to cooperate, but that's fine. And then we'll do the same here with the peppermint. Just take one of these legs off like that and pull it out without damaging too much. Then we just stick that tip inside the water. And yeah, you can just do this almost infinitely with these plants to produce more and more plants. Yeah, this is not possible with our lettuce plant, which is it's just a different kind of plant. It doesn't propagate like this, but we just get ourselves an exposed limb and put it in the water, just like that. We just go along and do that. We did a pile of them here the other day. Yeah, this is how we do our cuttings. As you can see, this plant has plenty of legs to go through and do that with. We call this plant the mother plant. Yeah, just same story each time. Take the tip here and place it inside the water, and within a matter of 7 days it'll start a whole nother plant. You can see this one's already got roots going in here. Yeah, that's how we propagate our spearmint and our peppermint. And it makes a real good snack just to take the leaves off and chew them. Nice minty fresh snack. And it's also ideal to take leaves off so that it will shoot more branches every time. Sometimes it's better to take the whole top off, but as you can see, this plant is just one good shooter. So we're going to go ahead and leave that one on, but that's how we propagate our mint. And then we can sell these mint leaves for about 3 pieces is pretty close to a gram, maybe a half gram for these smaller leaves. We can sell them for $1 each. Yeah, that's how we do it. Peppermint and spearmint. Yummy. But yeah, now we're done with our chores. We're going to go grab the wife and baby and head home for the day. But stay tuned. We'll be harvesting okra from this patch, I don't know, probably by next Saturday. It should be quite a plentiful harvest. We've never had okra that did so well. But yeah, we'll probably be able to harvest, I don't know, at least 4 or 5 kilos a day off of this for a couple months. So that's a look at the daily life of chores here at the garden. Thanks for watching, y'all. God bless y'all. And there you have it. that's the day in the life of a farm technician. Be sure to comment down below what you all want to see next. Not every day is that day, but that's what we were doing. God bless you all. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.